Welcome back to Chaos and Consequences Reviews. I'm Ralphie. I'm a dad, a combat veteran, a cybersecurity professional, and a guy who somehow ends up watching rom-coms whenever my wife takes control of the remote. But tonight, we're talking about something both my wife and I can agree on, and that is House of Dragon. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you know that I'm a huge Game of Thrones and House of Dragon fans, along with my wife also. And we haven't read the books, so everything we experience is through the shows themselves. So that means that we're getting shocked and surprised and occasionally emotionally damaged right alongside everybody else. Before we jump into what's coming next, let's quickly recap where things left off, because I had to recap myself since it takes so long to record these episodes. Season 2 ended with Westeros standing on the edge of all-out war. Rhaenyra and the Blacks have been gathering strength and securing dragon riders. Daemon spent much of the season dealing with his own struggles and visions of Harrenhal. By the end, he finally reaffirmed his loyalty to Rhaenyra and her claim to the Iron Throne, yada, yada, yada. On the green side, Alicent and Aegon found themselves losing control of events all around them. Aegon suffered devastating injuries. Aemond became increasingly dangerous, and the divisions inside the Green faction grew even deeper. Meanwhile, dragons were becoming the deciding factor in every major decision. We saw new dragon riders emerge, alliances shift, and both sides prepare for the bloodshed everyone knows is coming. And that's really the theme of House of Dragon and Game of Thrones so far. Everybody talks about war, everybody prepares for war, then eventually somebody rides a dragon into battle and everything goes horribly wrong. Now, let's talk about what we might see next. If there's one thing that Game of Thrones and House of Dragon have taught us, it's that these shows follow a familiar rhythm, right? And this is something that I always say to my wife and to everybody who I talk to this about, is one episode is mostly political maneuvering, secret conversations, family drama, and plotting. Then the next episode absolutely punches you in the face. There's a major death, a shocking betrayal, a dragon battle, a castle siege, something that has social media exploding for weeks. Now, based on the trailers and all the promotional footage, it definitely looks like we're getting closer to the part of the story where talking stops and dragons start to solve the problems. And when dragons become the primary solution, nobody wins. Nobody ever wins when it's just dragons. One thing I'm watching closely is Aemond, or Aemond. He continues to be one of the most dangerous people in Westeros. He's aggressive, he's unpredictable, and sitting on one of the largest dragons in existence. Every scene he's in feels like it could turn into a disaster, just something horrible. I'm also interested to see how Rhaenyra changes moving forward. Earlier in the series, she often tried diplomacy and restraint, but after everything that's happened, including the losses that she suffered, I think we're going to see a much more ruthless version of her. I know she got that dog in her. And let's be honest, this is Westeros. If you're still making decisions with your heart instead of your sword, you're probably not going to make it to the finale. Another thing we should expect is more dragon action. The show has spent a lot of time introducing dragons, introducing riders, and establishing who controls what. Eventually, all of that setup has to pay off. And when it does, we're probably going to witness some of the biggest battles ever put on television. And the scary part, the battles aren't what make Game of Thrones great or House of Dragons great. The consequences do. Every victory creates new enemies. Every death starts a blood feud. Every dragon every single dragon that is lost, I know I hurt inside. Every dragon lost changes the balance of power. And every character thinks that they're the hero of the story. That's why House of Dragon works so well. They aren't there aren't like many heroes in it. You know what I mean? There aren't many true villains. It's just people making choices and living with consequences. And if Game of Thrones taught us anything, it's that sometimes the consequences show up with a sword, a dragon, or maybe both, or a dragon holding a sword. I wouldn't be surprised. So let me know what you guys think. Who's winning the war? Team Black or Team Green? Which character do you trust the least? And who's the most likely to die next? Drop your predictions in the comments because I want to see who gets it right before the season unfolds. It is now, what time is it? 4:33, so it starts later on tonight. So I'm going to upload this before that gives people some time. I should have done this yesterday. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to Chaos and Consequences Reviews, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our episode or my episode reviews, breakdowns, theories, and reactions throughout this season, because I think I'm going to be every Sunday, I don't know when I'm going to drop it. Obviously after I watch the episode, right? I'm Ralphie. Stay safe, stay sharp, and remember, in Westeros, peace is usually just a commercial break before the next disaster. So I'll see you on the next one.